This country is disintegrating, okay? You have Tucker Carlson, whether you like him or hate him, okay, your thoughts on him aside. He did an interview with the Prime Minister of Qatar. And Senator Ted Cruz from Texas was not a fan of this interview. He felt it was very much a softball interview, that it was biased to Qatar. And Senator Ted Cruz's way of pointing this out was then to go on Twitter and not only accuse Tucker Carlson of performing fellatio on the leader of Qatar, and then going on to accuse him of other unspeakable acts by using Photoshop or AI or whatever to create a photo of Tucker Carlson full on spread eagle for the leader of Qatar. Now look, the politics of this situation aside, this is hilarious. But it's not good for America. It's just not. These are very famous American politicians and journalists. And look, I feel whether you like Trump or not, okay, I'm not here to get super political or biased, but Trump kind of issued in this savage kind of level of politics, and it's completely destroyed all politicians because now they're all trying to replicate it. Every politician is now trying to go they're trying to go viral. They're all trying to get like this savage viral internet moment, and it's just politicians now literally just attack each other, insult each other, and they act like a bunch of rappers beefing. It's crazy, okay? Our congressional courts now are nuts. In the United States, you watch these congressional hearings and it's like an episode of Jerry Springer, okay? It's just like the Democrat walks up to the conservative and goes, "Hey, I have a question for you. Why do you hate black people?" And then the conservative's like, "I don't know. Why are they committing all the crimes?" And then all the Republicans are like, "Yo!" And all the Democrats are like, "Ah, kill him!" And then I'm just watching this from home, just like, what the hell happened to our country? Politicians are just all so desperate now to go viral on the internet for being a quote savage. And it's not politician behavior to be a savage. Politicians now their method of handling questions from journalists is to yell at the journalist for asking them the simple questions and then call them like fat to their face. It is crazy. Politicians now attack each other. They attack journalists. It's just a matter of time before they try to bring back celebrity like deathmatch, but with politicians. Trump talked about having like a UFC fight on the White House lawn, which, by the way, political beliefs aside, that is the most badass thing I've ever heard in my life. That is actually pretty awesome. But I wouldn't be surprised at this point if instead of UFC fighters, it's just straight up politicians. You get Senator Ted Cruz in there, you get Tucker Carlson, both of them come in, only one of them will come out. I saw a politician in California. She might have been running for like governor or something, and they asked her the most simple question: what are you going to do to appeal to the Republicans in the state? And she acted like this woman, this interviewer, who asked her the most in general, basic, softball, polite question that a grade schooler would have asked her if she was getting interviewed by a grade schooler. She just asked, "Hey, do you mind if I murder your whole family?" The disgust and anger this politician had from just being asked the most simple question. And that's our politicians now. You're like, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" And they're like, "That is a disrespect. That is my private and personal life. I formed my favorite color when I was a private citizen. I am by no means under obligation to tell you what my favorite color is." I love that too. Politicians like, "Hey, we have, you posted on Twitter you want to, quote, conduct a mass genocide of the mentally feeble." Look, I said that when I was a private citizen. Okay, that's not reflective of me now. Honest to gosh, that is legit an excuse politicians use now. Like, you'll dig up something terrible they did like before they ran for office. And then they're just like, well, I wasn't running for office when I did that. I was, quote, a private citizen. It's like when a multimillionaire tries to call themselves a working class citizen. Firstly, that's not gonna work with us. Secondly, even if you were a private citizen when you did the terrible stuff, that doesn't dissolve you of your actions. This country is just disintegrating, and I'm starting to wonder if it will ever get better. I mean, this is the elephant in the room. With the threat of over automation from AI and advanced machinery and robotics looming over our job market, threatening to collapse the entire job market and probably throw us into another Great Depression due to what I think is inevitable collapse of the job market. It doesn't seem like it's going well. And AI is being forced down our throats in every angle, dude. Like, you'll go to a drive-through, there'll be AI. You'll go to try to use your phone, and then they will try to throw a bunch of AI search engines or whatever your way. This world is disintegrating. I think we're heading for a massive economic collapse due to over-automation, poor government policies, predatory acts from banks and big businesses, and our politicians are they're all just trying to be stand-up comedians and not actual United States politicians. And to make matters worse, you will Google something on AI, you'll ChatGPT or these AI systems, and you'll be like, hey, is it bad to drink lead paint? And it'll be like, nah, go for it, live your best girl life. And you know what? They're talking about using AI for medical doctors to be able to diagnose diseases. At that point, I'm just calling it quits. I think I'm gone. I don't think I'm going to be able... Look, dude, AI search engines like ChatGPT and stuff like that, it literally uses resources from some of its resources are from websites like Quora and Reddit. Dude, if you look over at your doctor and he's trying to diagnose you on Reddit, I'm just gonna say I'm dead at that point. Your doctor getting your medical diagnosis from Reddit. Could you imagine? Well, according to r/Trust Me I'm a Real Doctor subreddit, it seems you have terminal ligma. It's already gone full skibbity into your bones, and it's been rizzing up your cells and rampantly increasing production. No cap, I give you 6 months to live. Any treatment we could do would just be a painful delay of the inevitable. I would get your affairs in order. I feel like the United States of America at this point is just completely cooked. As the kids would say, look, I really do think Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Millennials, they have it worse than any other generation, because at least like the Gen Xers and Boomers or whatever, at least they're gonna die. At least they're dying when things are getting as bad as they're getting. At least they don't have to be alive for a lot of it. We're the ones that have to be around to see this fire consistently burn. You saw a little bit of it and you're gonna tap out before it gets really bad. My generation of politicians are trying to act like they're Ricky Gervais hosting the Oscars.